Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. So this is going to be a love reading for my wonderful Cancerians. This is for Cancer in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Cancer out there, but I do hope that you find it useful or at least enjoyable. I would say take what does resonate and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And this is a timeless reading, Cancer. It's for whenever you come across it. So I'm going to start by getting some general messages. We'll see what's going on regarding love, what's in the energy for you at this time, and then I'll go into a spread and ask specific questions for you as well. So let's get started. Can I get some messages for my Cancers, please? The Cancer in love. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands coming out together. See what else. Okay. The King of Cups trying to jump out, but he didn't really, so I'm going to carry on. Give me some more messages, please, for Cancer. Knight of Swords. Wow, this is fiery energy, Cancer. I know the Knight of Swords is air, but it's still like impulsive and fast moving. Give me a few more, please, for Cancer. That's too many, but we'll take this loose one. Okay. All right. Before I carry on, let me just show you what we've got here. We've got the Six of Swords that fell out on its own, and this little block of cards is the Eight of Swords, and then the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So it could be someone. There could have been a situation where someone felt stuck in some way, and they're either giving up on the idea of what they were hoping that situation to be, they're letting go of it and moving forward. They could be moving on from somebody else. Someone is quite disappointed and possibly a bit resentful about the situation that they were in, or the fact that it's coming to an end. But just showing you that whilst it's there, but we'll see if that comes back up again in the reading. So can I get one more, please, for Cancer, for the starting messages? Okay. Three of Pentacles, interesting. So someone very much wants to build with one person, and it's like they are moving quickly towards them. I say quickly because it's Knight of Swords energy. It's very like, I've decided I want to be with you. Let's make this work. Letting some other situation go potentially, and I'm gonna move on from you. And could have been someone who was kind of holding on to some other situation. Wasn't necessarily another commitment or anything like that, but just maybe there was something else that was holding them back. Whatever that was, there's been some sort of catalyst for this person to let it go and to move swiftly towards someone that they want a passionate new beginning with, and they want to make it work. There is this Three of Pentacles that is bookending the very fiery start we had, which I like to see, because there's I haven't seen any cups yet, but I like to see this pentacle energy, because there's not only passion and desire driving this new beginning, but there's someone wanting it to be a stable, something that they're growing with stability as well. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Woman or the Hanged Man. So it certainly could have been a situation that was delayed from anything happening for some time. Maybe someone did feel like they were stuck or they couldn't move forward. They were in that Eight of Swords energy. It could have been that whoever was waiting for them to make some sort of move kind of reached the point of giving up and getting annoyed about the fact that they weren't doing anything. It could have been that was the catalyst, that just as the time that someone was starting to give up, this person would ever make a move, anything would ever get out of this like limbo situation, and there would actually be any action. You know, that person kind of giving up hope on it has caused some sort of catalyst for the situation to now come in very quickly. But let's get some clarification, Cancer. Why is the Queen of Wands with the Ace of Wands, please? Why Why is this Queen of Wands with the Ace of Wands? Very, like, someone's really got the hots for somebody else, to put it that way. Queen of Wands with the Ace of Wands, please. For the count. Wow. Five of Swords in reverse, coming out quite dramatically. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. There's the drama. Okay. Five of Swords in reverse, interesting, is there was something, there could have been like silence between you and somebody else, Cancer, or like a period of not talking about something, like something specific that was like a topic that you couldn't talk about or that wasn't being talked about. It could have been some sort of Tower moment that you experienced with them already. It was like if something really bad went down between the two of you and it caused some sort of maybe someone to, it's like something bad that happens, and then even if you want to move forward from it, or maybe one person's like, it's okay, that happened, but we can leave it in the past, let's move forward. It was kind of, the other person couldn't get over it, or they couldn't move past it. So it was kind of blocking any progress. I think there could have been something, it was like the topic that we don't talk about that. And it's like, let's just sweep it under the rug kind of energy. But that is, someone's actually facing what happened, or wants to talk about it, or kind of wants to, is like accepting that did happen, but it now wants to move forward from it. Give me one more, please. For this Five of Swords in reverse, give me one more on that for Cancer. Five of Swords in reverse. Give me one more on that for Cancer, please. There we go. Nine of Wands. Yeah, whatever it was, put someone's guard up, or they put a wall up because of whatever it was. Someone, or if it wasn't like a specific Tower moment, it was the things in the situation broke down because someone was very defensive, and they wouldn't open up communication, or they wouldn't let somebody in. Bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups, so, and he did try and jump out right at the beginning, so that can be you, Cancer, with that water energy, but it could be the other person, or it could just be, you know, it's talking about, there's a lot of emotional depth here that someone wouldn't open up. Someone was potentially unable to be vulnerable or express themselves emotionally, so they put a wall up. I feel like this wall is coming down, and someone's actually going to start some sort of conversation about feelings, or express their feelings. Why is the Knight of Swords here, please, for Cancer? Why the Knight of Swords? Queen of Cups. Yeah. Someone's definitely opening up. Someone's in their feelings and is ready to talk about their feelings. They're making maybe having like a change of mind about a situation based on how they're feeling about it. Give me another one, please. I just had to show you that. It's kind of what I was just talking about. Tell me about the Queen of Cups with the Knight of Swords, please. What is this? Gosh, everything just wants to... There we go. Page of Pentacles, that makes sense. Temperance. Someone may have taken a time out, and because they needed to heal from something, could have been a Tower moment that happened. Now that Tower moment doesn't have had to have been between you and them as well, Cancer. It could be that they experienced some sort of Tower elsewhere that was kind of holding them back. They couldn't move past that mentally or emotionally. They were still kind of hung up on it, essentially. And they needed to take some time to restore themselves, to kind of get their strength back, reconnect with their emotions, reflect as well. And I think they've done that. Now with the Moon at the bottom of the deck, there could have been some fear involved in moving forward and having a new beginning. That could have been because of that, you know, they didn't know where that would lead them, or what was some sense of not having all the facts, of things being shrouded in mystery. The two of you could be quite different as well, and that could be making someone think, or this isn't my usual type. I don't know how this is going to work, if this would even work, or if it's just a fantasy kind of thing. But for whatever reason, I'm sure there has been a catalyst here, that someone's looking at things from a different angle here, and they're actually open to change. I want to say open to changing their mind, open to maybe looking back and thinking, maybe I judged this situation too quickly, or I didn't properly look at this situation at all. Maybe they didn't even give it the proper time of day to actually consider it properly. Someone could have thought that they were only attracted to someone physically, but that there wasn't but that was it, and that they were, maybe someone thought, I'm confusing attraction with feelings. So, but now they might be realizing that actually that wasn't the case. Let's see, why is the Six of Swords here, please, for Cancer? Ooh, the King of Swords and the Two of Swords. Someone, this air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but anyway, it's someone who didn't want to actually look at things differently. This King of Swords in this deck especially is someone who is really adamant about how they believe about things, and that's fine, but it's like, it's a really uncompromising energy of like someone who won't look at things from the other perspective. They're very certain that they know the answers. They have the they have the truth already. They can be quite combative about trying to see things from a different perspective. Funnily enough, they really stand by. They have a lot of conviction in what they believe, which is great. That's not a bad thing, but it does mean that they can be a little bit like narrow-minded, or a little bit single-minded. Is that the phrase? Anyway, but with the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it is someone who really wouldn't. Wasn't open to kind of seeing either the truth of the situation, or I also get just making any sort of decision, or they kind of were holding on to a belief that they kept repeating to themselves, and so they wouldn't look at an opposing opinion or perspective of things. Now I think that's changing though, because with what this is coming out to clarify, the Six of Swords, and in this deck, the Six of Swords, two people in a boat, and the gentleman pictured at the front is throwing a sword into the water and kind of letting go of something that a kind of a way of thinking that he was really holding onto very tightly, and allowing to actually go with the flow of things. It's like someone had made some sort of snap judgment, or some sort of predetermination, prejudgment before even getting to know this Queen of Wands or something like this. And so they really weren't open to kind of letting go of that initial judgment and seeing maybe another side of things. That could be you, Cancer, could be the other person that you've been dealing with here. Why is the Three of Pentacles here for Cancer, please? But yeah, this Three of Pentacles tells me that whoever was previously very closed off to this has had a bit of a change of heart, or a change of perspective, and now they actually want to come forward and yeah, collaborate with that other person. So why is the Three of Pentacles here, please, for Cancer? Okay, the Sun flipping around in the deck. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. There we go. We have got the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. The Strength card. And the Five of Cups essentially in reverse. I think someone is almost disappointed in themselves, but they are taking action as a result. So they're not wallowing in that in regret. They've actually kind of acknowledged that they feel like they may have made a bad call here. Oh, wow, geez, the bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. Wow, that's a strong combination with the Ten of Pentacles. That talks about kind of long term. Now someone may have thought that this Queen of Wands, whether that's you, Cancer, or the other person, they may have viewed this Queen of Wands as just not having long-term potential. I do really get the sense that someone prejudged this Queen of Wands as, for example, if whoever this person is, male or female, but is coming through as the Queen of Wands, if they really take care of their image externally, if they take care of their body, if they go to the gym a lot, or if they make an effort to put a really nice face of makeup on every day, you know, whatever, or they dress really nicely, someone here could have prejudged that person as being shallow, as being superficial, of not having any real depth to their personality, and kind of therefore wouldn't consider trying to build anything with them, because they didn't take this Queen of Wands seriously. And I think now, with some kind of time to reflect, for some reason, I still don't know what the catalyst is, but it could have also been some sort of tower moment that they've experienced. That could be anything, but it could have just really made them think that actually they needed to start viewing things differently. They just started to view the world differently, or people. It's really opened up their mind. This is what I get. Like, it was just like a little bit of a narrow-minded perspective I'm getting from someone here. Now, it's like they're acknowledged that they might have even projected that onto the Queen of Wands. Like, maybe that's how other people consider them, like that they're shallow, so that they kind of projected it onto that Queen of Wands. I'm not sure exactly, but there's something here about it was like they were seeing in this Queen of Wands maybe some sort of insecurity that they have about themselves, so they put it onto that Queen of Wands energy. But now there is this they're seeing this person very differently. They're looking at everything very differently, and they kind of want to express that they've I don't think they'll still say to this Queen of Wands, I've changed my mind, I don't think you're just a superficial bit of fluff. I don't think they're going to say it like that, but they certainly want to reach out and basically say that start to work on things, because now they're viewing this person as 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands potential, like long term. They could have something stable and long term commitment with this person. I think the Strength card is here because they're going to have to overcome themselves, in a way, overcome a little bit of their ego, to actually come cap in hand to this other person and be like, hey, so I do want to build with you after all. It's going to take a little bit of, they're going to have to, you know, pull up their big boy pants, big girl pants, and, you know, to approach that person a little bit humbly. It's a little bit of like eating humble pie is basically what I'm getting here. Can you tell me anything else about this Knight of Swords? What has caused this person to have this change of perspective? Okay, so the 8 of Swords kind of flipped around inside the deck. There may have been some sort of limiting beliefs that was really holding them back. That could have been why this Queen of Wands may have been that Queen of Swords that we saw, that I showed you for a moment, who, you know, if you're going to have these ideas about me, which aren't necessarily true, but they're allowing this situation to kind of be held in a standstill, then I'm just going to have to give up, because I'm damned if I'm going to kind of try and prove to you that I'm worth this, because I know my worth and I know that I am. It's kind of what the Queen of Wands could have been feeling there. But there was definitely something that this King of Swords energy was thinking that was holding them back from going towards this Queen of Wands. So can you tell me anything about what has caused this person to see things differently? There we go. Okay, well, the Page of Wands, that's communication. They want to, I get that. They want to reach out and communicate. High Priestess and the 3 of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the Lovers. Well, I mean, the High Priestess talks about this kind of inner knowing, and it is a sad inner knowing as well. It's kind of like realizing things that are within themselves. This could have been all about self-reflection, essentially, and maybe seeing that they were judging this Queen of Wands harshly or judging them wrong, and it was because of pain that they've experienced, maybe from other people judging them in the same way. I was getting that. I mentioned about this kind of projection sense here, or that they've just been hurt. They've been, I feel like this person, what is the catalyst, which is what I was asking about, the reason that they are now looking at things differently. I feel like in some way this person has had some time to reflect, even remember things that they may have hidden even from themselves, about how they've been hurt in their previous relationships. And everyone has been hurt in previous relationships. I'm not saying that's unique here, but it's like they've taken some time to think about it and reflect on it, and they may have realized that they were treating this person, it wasn't fair. It was a result of what they've been through in the past. Maybe they got their heart broken by someone previously who they thought there was a lot of potential with, and then it turned out to be something, where the person was just more interested in themselves, or there was a narcissistic element or something. But it seems like they've been reflecting on their previous experiences in love, and maybe they've realized that they weren't actually being fair to this new opportunity, kind of taking it out on this person for things that were nothing to do with them, is kind of what I'm getting. So Cancer, let me go into your spread and we'll see what we can find out there for you. So in this spread, I'm going to be asking 6 questions about you and the person who's coming through in this reading. When I'm saying this is how you feel, this is how they feel. If you find it's the other way around for you, just flip it. That's absolutely fine. Cross watchers, if you came here to see what's going on for Cancer and then you find that you're actually resonating in Cancer's position of things, that's also fine. You can flip it that way too. So can I get the top 6 cards, please, for Cancer? Ooh. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right, let's see. At the bottom of this deck, we've got the Emperor, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 10 of Cups, and the Fool. Yeah. So this Emperor, whoever this is has basically been kind of, it's interesting because in this 2 of Wands card, this kind of, I view this person as like standing at the top of their castle or at the top of their domain and kind of looking out over their land, and or there's some kind of, yeah, and seeing which direction to go in, but from like a lofty perspective. So but if you picture yourself at like, you're not sure where you're going in life, for example, or what you're going on, if you've gone hiking and you've got a bit lost on the journey of your hike / your life, and then you're like, well, I can't see the way forward here, and I don't know if I turn back, am I going to be going back on myself? Am I going to be going around in circles? So let me find a higher perspective, like there's a big hill there, let me climb to the top of that hill, which is going to be a bit of a arduous task in itself. But when I get to the top, I'm going to be able to look down and see very clearly, where did I come from? Where am I going to? Like, what is the best path ahead? Now, that is essentially, I think that's a good metaphor here for what this person has done. They needed that Temperance and the High Priestess energy that we saw at the beginning to take some time to themselves, and it may have felt to the other person like they needed to give up because they were never going to be, this person was never going to give them a time of day. But it's like, whilst one person was starting to give up and feel like they're not seeing the potential here, this Emperor was actually climbing up that hill, metaphorically, going through quite an arduous task to actually get to a point where they could honestly look back at where they'd come from and the options that they had in front of them of to move forward. And by doing that, this person has now got some clarity about the direction that they want to go in. Now, it could be that they have responsibilities with the emperor. The emperor is often, it can be like a boss or someone very senior in their work. So they could have got a certain level of success in their work, their career, for example. But in terms of what's the next step, like, okay, my career is banging at the moment, I've achieved a certain level of success there, but what do I do with my life now? What path do I take when it comes to love life or having a family, or growing, getting married or growing a relationship with someone? I don't know what is the best journey to take, or to start down. You never know where the journey is going to exactly take you, but you can see where to begin from. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, and it's all about what's going to be my happily ever after. And I feel like this person couldn't see the wood for the trees for some time. They needed some time out to heal, and to also to kind of address within and to understand. There's a strong sense of understanding where that person came from, and where maybe some sort of anxiety or hesitation, where does that actually come from, and to then be able to look at it clearly and make choices with a fully rounded perspective, not making choices that are unconsciously driven by whatever happened in the past, which they may have realized that that's what they were doing before. At the bottom of the deck we have Death, Six of Swords, Knight of Wands. So there's definitely this sense of transformation, of also letting go of things like it's like this person's going through like a shedding of their previous skin, kind of like a snake, like a transformational way, not a snake in like a deceptive way, but like letting what no longer serves them go, moving on from it, being aware of where they came from, but accepting that it doesn't need to define them. And it's kind of freeing this person. I'm getting a sense of freedom, of victory with the Six of Wands there, of liberation from, I think, just a mindset that had been holding them back. This person with this Six of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, again, it's telling me they do very well for themselves. Maybe they get a lot of attention. Maybe they are, successful financially, doing very well, attractive, charming, like a real catch. But there were things that they were still hung up on, as I said at the beginning, that they really needed to process fully to be able to move forward. So that's cool. Okay, let me get the next layer for you. So can I clarify for Cancer, please, for the top 6 cards from this deck? And if you could please hit the like button for me, that would be amazing. It just takes a second to hit that like, and it just means the world to me. It makes me very happy, and it really helps the channel and helps the video just to circulate and to be seen by more than 5 people. So thank you so much for doing so. And if you haven't already subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit the notification bell if you want to know what the next time I put new videos up. Thank you for all your support, Cancer. So can I get the top 6 cards, please, for Cancer? Clarify what is already out in the spread. All right. Oh, there's the Hangman is for the second time on the spread of 6 cards, and we already saw the Hangman I thought it was a quite prominent position in the starting messages from the other decks. That's 3 times effectively now. Oh my goodness, this person loves the pants off of you, Cancer. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. At the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Swords. Again, that's for a second time. It's also on the spread. The Emperor again. The Knight of Wands again. Wow, we just saw 2 of these cards at the bottom of the first deck. The Emperor almost in exactly the same position. You can still see him there, and I think on the video. Um, Six of Wands next to the Knight of Wands again. Wow, that's crazy. So, what I'm getting here, it's a very similar message, so I'm going to try not to repeat myself, but it's confirmation that we're on the right track so far in this reading. Um, this this Page of Swords is a journey of discovery and curiosity. Um, it is like a learning. Now, it's someone who's maybe how can I put this? They're not exactly being open with their full intentions. So what I mean, it's not necessarily in a bad way. What I'm getting from this Page of Swords is someone who wants to find out about someone, to learn about them, to kind of research that person before they make some sort of move. It's like a very, it's a little bit of a hesitant energy, but it's like, say if this was someone quite senior, like owns their own company or a CEO, or just very financially well off. It's like someone who wants to choose their partner very carefully, maybe because they have a lot, which would mean that a lot of people would be open to being with them, but it could be for the wrong reasons. So it's like they're trying to protect themselves in a way by finding out about the person that they want to go towards before they go towards them, just to be cautious, because not in an arrogant way, but I think this person probably gets quite a bit of attention. It's like if there were 10 people, 10 prospects in the room, they could approach 10 of the all 10 of them, and 9 of them that would probably want to be like, sure, I'll date you, even if they're not like, you know, even if they don't feel that strong a connection, because this person brings so much to the table. It would be like they you know, it could own their own home and drive a nice car and take their partner on lovely holidays every year. So a lot of people in that room would date them just for those aspects. So it's not, it is, I know that might sound a little bit arrogant, like I know like a lot of people in the room would want to date me, but it's more like they might want to date me for the wrong reasons. Therefore I really want to be careful about who I make an offer to. Or the other thing is that they just want to learn about the person that they have got their eye on before they make an offer, because they're really trying to choose wisely, choose someone that they can grow with, that because they're focused with the Emperor on finding their Empress, on settling down, having a family, getting married. So it's just like maybe it's just a sense of, I don't have time to, you know, date people who aren't the real deal at this point in my life. It could just also be that. um but yeah, they've certainly, and what I was saying at the beginning is that they could have previously discounted you, potentially, Cancer, or this could be flipped, but they could have previously discounted you because they didn't see you, just frankly, as long-term commitment material for whatever reason. Maybe, as I said, by some self-limiting ideas that they had at the time, in which case they've, as we've talked about, they've kind of changed their mind on that. But this is definitely a curiosity, because this Emperor has their really, someone has really caught this Emperor's eye, and they just want to learn more about them before they make some sort of move. Yeah, the Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, they feel like this Six of Wands is showing like this girl is like the queen of the fishes, like she really gets a lot of attention. She's very beautiful. So yeah, again, they could have just, and that Nine of Cups, it could be like, is this just a good time girl or boy? Or, you know, I want to find out more about them actually. Is there long-term potential there? At the bottom of the deck, Six of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Yeah, this is very much what I was talking about this person reviewing everything, where they've come from and the journey they've gone on so far to get to where they're at. And I did say with the first deck, this person is financially stable, they've done very well for themselves in like a career and finances element. And absolutely, the Nine of Pentacles, this person is sitting pretty when it comes to money and stability. Both this Six of Cups talks about, you know, childhood, and it's almost like things that they may have buried that happened in their childhood, or doesn't have to be super young, but like when they were growing up, or even like young adulthood, things that happened that have really actually, it's like I'm getting like a thorn in a lion's paw, but the lion didn't even know that the thorn was there and has carried on walking, and it's really left like a mark on this person, or it's left an indentation on this person, whatever happened in the past, but they kind of buried it and focused on their career and focused on their success, their wealth, their independence. But this hermit is actually showing a child in a boat. I think it's a boat. Well, anyway, going on like a journey, like lighting the darkest shadows of the recesses of themselves to kind of discover what has been growing there, or it's like what has been festering there, I would say. Aspects of themselves that they closed to just focus on work, just focus on success. And now that's all going very well. They're actually taking the time to they have been going within themselves and finding what it's like. If you think like mold, when something is left to kind of fester, and it's at like the back of a cupboard or something, and like a little bit of mold, and then you just put all the cans in front of it and focus on getting on with day-to-day stuff, and then okay, day-to-day is all running pretty smoothly. I'm in a like lovely, the flat's looking great, and I'm doing very well for myself, but okay, now is probably a good time for me to just make sure, go back and clean the cupboards out effectively. I'm all about the metaphors today. And as they clean the cupboards out, they find that bacteria, or the molds, sorry, that seemed pretty innocuous, has actually sprouted fungus and has been like leaching off toxic fumes into their life the whole time that they've just been breathing in. They didn't even realize. I'm gonna clean my cupboards after this. I've decided. Anyway, funnily enough, and then what do we see as I turn to the next card is the Empress and the Five of Cups. Oh, I said this Emperor is now focused on finding their Empress, and I feel like they are in that Five of Cups of regret, because they're realizing that whatever it was that was festering within them made them prejudge and overlook their potential Empress. They're the very match that they have been looking for. So let me get one more layer. I don't want to use this deck, sorry. This one. Let me get one more layer, Cancer, and then I'll go through the spread for you as well. So can I clarify one more time for my lovely Cancers, please? Please clarify the spread. It's already laid out. Oh, what is that? Oh, guys, the Knight of Cups just flew out, but it jumped out on top of the Knight of Cups from the second layer that's already laid out. I'm going to put this back in the middle of this deck. But wow, the Knight of Cups falling onto the Knight of Cups whilst I'm shuffling. This person is kind of besotted with you, Cancer. Yeah, maybe it's almost, what I was saying, like they've changed their perspective on you. They could have also found out more about you with that kind of Page of Swords energy, and that may have also made them realize that they prejudged you, or they judged you wrong. What is that? Maybe they've learned things about you, or it's kind of like, it's like if I'm thinking like a cliched like TV rom-com or something, it's like someone talking to someone and being like, oh yeah, Cancer's really hot, but they just seem, I don't know, they just seem really into their own personal image, or I don't know, it's just or they really like, you know, clothes and shoes and makeup and stuff. So I don't know. I don't think they're, you know, marriage material. And then the person they're talking to is like, oh, don't you know that Cancer goes and reads to homeless children every weekend or something like, and they're like, what are you talking about? And like, oh yeah, Cancer's actually got depth and empathy and kindness, and is so much more than just, it's just classic don't judge a book by its cover. And I think this person did, but it was because of their own stuff, basically. Can I get one more layer, please? There we go. Holy. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Two of Wands again, Three of Cups. Interesting. It's like this person is looking for a husband or is looking for a wife, whichever way around it is. We've got strong, I feel like it's this emperor who's looking for his empress, which I've said already. But anyway, there may have already been some sort of opportunity that was presented to have essentially a Four of Wands in this connection, to have something pretty special to take some sort of initial connection to the next level, whether that was to you know, be dating, to be exclusive, to move in together. I don't know. There was some sort of leveling up that was kind of being prepared, and then someone got in their own way, basically, with the Eight of Swords. There were ideas maybe about commitment or about marriage, or everything I've kind of said already, self-limiting beliefs that made them feel like that they couldn't take this opportunity. Also get like a sense of someone may have felt tied and bound to their some sort of responsibilities, maybe to their career, and that they couldn't focus or they how can I put this, like whatever success that they have found may have made them feel like they need to be very careful about the and committing to anyone. So it's like it would be like if someone had become a lawyer. I don't actually know this about lawyers, I'm just pulling this out of the air, so I'm not insulting any lawyers, but like if someone had worked very hard to become a lawyer, now they work for a great law firm, and you know, that it's like that sense of they go out with the other partners and of the law firm, and all the law firm partners' wives or husbands, not being sexist, are a certain way. They're a certain from a certain background, or they have a certain job, or don't work, or you know, they're a certain type, and whoever they were really drawn to did not fit that type, and so they were like, no, well, like there's no potential there. This isn't going to work. Maybe we're too different, or we come like that shouldn't be the circle that I move in, or something like this. As I said from the beginning, I think that is changing, but I think that really held someone back from taking an opportunity that was there previously. They may have felt like they needed to make a choice based on kind of social, kind of like with social and societal pressures or influence added to the mix. That was really, they felt really pressured to make some sort of choice for their future based on external factors or other people's opinions. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords, the Justice card, and the Two of Swords. I think justice is coming to you here in this situation, Cancer, because I feel like you may have not really had any kind of big conversation with this person about any of this. You may have just been kind of waiting for them to talk to you about something, or kind of a bit bemused of what was happening, feeling like you couldn't get any information. Things seem to be quite unfair. I think you were treated unfairly. I've already said you've been, sorry, my nose is really itching while doing this reading. You may have really been judged unfairly, but also like that there was a imbalance of power in this connection so far, where one person, probably this emperor, felt like they held all the power, and they weren't really viewing the situation clearly or honestly. Oh my god, there he is. I was just like, let me just check the next card, and it's the Emperor and the Hanged Man. this this Emperor has had a complete change of perspective. They weren't viewing something clearly. They were kind of I think we had the Two of Swords at the beginning, didn't we? With that King of Swords, and I was talking about there was one way of thinking that was what they previously had, and there was the way of thinking which was kind of more close to the reality and would have been fairer to you, the kind of truth. And this person was stuck in the middle. They neither wanted to let go of their previous way of thinking about things, but they were also kind of aware and defensive about the fact that there was a new way of looking at things. It's kind of like someone didn't want their worldview to be shaken, so they were trying to avoid the situation, it felt like. But the more that but it's like they couldn't help the fact that they were starting to see things with this Page of Swords from a different perspective. Very interesting. Okay, let's go through the spread, Cancer. So how you're feeling about them, the Three of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Seven of Pentacles. So I think you're coming through here, and it could be the other way around. If it is, just flip it. But here you're coming through as essentially the Queen of Wands character that I described at the beginning. So you feel pretty hurt, because you feel there was a lot of potential in the situation between you and this person. You felt like you saw it quite clearly with this sunlight like streaming through those Seven of Pentacles there, that you felt pretty optimistic about this. You felt hopeful, like this could be the really go somewhere. There was and I'm really drawn with this card for how the tree and the flowers are growing on this kind of I don't know what you call it, fence that's made of the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like you know, when you put an arch up for, and then you like allow like a plant to, you kind of weave it through the arch, so that you're hoping that it will, you know, grow over the arch, so that you'll have a beautiful floral arch, right? So the groundwork was there for something really beautiful, is effectively what I'm trying to say. But you feel like either there's been no action with the Hanged Man, or that they this other person refused to see the potential that you could see so clearly. You feel, well, you kind of feel like the situation is unfinished business, or it's still in limbo with that Hanged Man. It's certainly like not a Ten of Swords here, but as I said, it's I think you could be moving into that Queen of Swords energy of kind of giving up on this, because how long do you need to see the potential in something and the other person just can't see it? That's how it's been feeling for you, and it's hurting, of course. Like, you know, it hurts to know that the other person doesn't see, or is refusing to see the potential that there is with you, when you can see it so clearly. It's like, you know, that could start to make you question your own self-worth, or make you feel like, well, you know, start to question, maybe there isn't any potential here, because if they can't see it, then I can't make this grow, this flourish on my own. So there's some heartache here. There's pain coming from nothing happening, and I almost also get a sense of you. It's kind of draining your. It has been draining your self-confidence a bit, or a lot. So, how they're feeling about you, Cancer, the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Hierophant. I mean, the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Got lots of water energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but obviously you're Cancer as well. But it doesn't really matter about the signs. It's just that they now feel very in touch with their emotions. They are very aware of their feelings. They're really clear about the fact that they do have feelings for you. If they were trying to avoid that or not, or be in denial about that for whatever reason in the past, or they were trying to like, I get a sense they were trying to diminish the connection between the two of you for the kind of reasons that I've suggested, but along those lines. No longer, like they feel now like you and them have this connection where you could it's like you've taught them a lot with that Hierophant. They actually feel like, I'm really drawn to how this little boy is looking at this little girl who's taking the notes from the teacher. Like, they actually see you as really getting life, even like a lot better than them. Like, you, maybe they feel like you're actually more they could feel like you're more emotionally intelligent than they are, or that they have a lot that they can learn from you as well. But they really have a lot of emotion for you. I mean, then, as I said, they love the pants off you, essentially, and they feel like they want to have a new beginning in love with you, or the opportunity for a new beginning with you, and the opportunity to kind of take this more seriously. I know they had that chance already, I feel, but they want another chance, and they want to do it right this time. They kind of want to actually listen up to the lesson that the teacher here is giving them in the Hierophant to and in terms of, what I mean is to, like, if the universe is presenting them with an opportunity, but it will involve them actually listening to a different way of thinking about things, then they actually want to sit down, perk up, and pay attention this time, because they feel very, very emotional, but not in an unstable way, like very sure that this is what they want. And kind of their emotions towards about you are overflowing at the moment. So, how they're viewing you, we have the Page of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Um, it's funny, when that Ten of Pentacles came out, I chuckled to myself, because at the beginning it was very clear that they had discounted you, and that in terms of that long-term potential. But now we have the Hierophant about how they feel about you, and the Ten of Pentacles how they see you. Like, they see you as long-term, very much. And they see you as someone that they could have a family with, and also that they see you as someone who could kind of bring a light-hearted energy to their seriousness. If this person is, has a very serious job, or maybe runs in quite like a circle of people who take themselves very seriously, let's just say, it's like you could be someone they could have long term with, have a family with, but that also that you would be someone to, like, make them laugh. And if they're getting into like a very serious state of mind, like, you would basically lift them out of a funk if they got into it, essentially. That you have like a spark about your energy. You're very open, you wear your heart on your sleeve. They also see that you have this like fire and energy about you, like a dynamic, passionate energy, which they admire and they find very attractive. They also see you as that you don't really withhold your emotion or anything like that. They see that you're very, like, open-hearted and kind. Like, I also feel like quite fiercely, like, loyal is what I'm getting, to those that you care about. Yeah, it's very positive how they're seeing you, for sure, Cancer. So What is their current situation? Well, we have got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and remember the Knight of Cups that fell on top of the Knight of Cups whilst I was shuffling, and then the Lovers. Um, this is telling me their situation is kind of, they've been observing you from a distance, learning more about you. Also, they haven't been facing the fact that they have been falling in love with you, but they are falling more and more in love with you. I feel like also the more that they find out, it's just an inevitable that they're going to eventually face their feelings. That Knight of Cups is someone who's like about to, they've got this harpoon that they're about to fire out towards their wishes, their heart's desire. And when that harpoon makes contact, they are gonna they're gonna fly towards that. Do you see what I mean? So it's still giving me an energy of observing in their situation, in their current situation, and maybe also waiting for the right time to now make a move. I was saying that with that Page of Swords at the bottom of the second deck, that they were finding out more information before making a move, but they've got their eyes or their focus set on you, Cancer. They're just, it's it's like a hawk watching from that lofty perspective, watching from the top of a tree, waiting to swoop, is kind of what I'm getting. But uh, with the Lovers, I can only say that it's interesting, because I was saying about how the two of you could have had different backgrounds or be quite different. You could be different from their usual type, maybe different working backgrounds. I don't know, just that they could have a very serious line of work, and maybe it could be like a lawyer who's fallen in love with, I don't know, who like a freelance artist, you know, in overalls, painty overalls, and the kind of thing. And then you've got a very uptight kind of lawyer, male or female on either side, doesn't matter. But it's interesting, I said that, and on this Lovers card, it's like this, the guy on the card have got this like industrial pipe work behind him, and the woman on the card has this very like natural tree like blossoming behind her. It's giving me the sense that you two could be quite different from each other's usual type, but it doesn't, like, sorry guys, it's not up to you, because the angel has like brought these two together. So their current situation is observing you. They like falling more and more in love with you is all I can say. And their situation is also like, there's some sort of truth that they have been struggling to try and not look at before, but it's not the Two of Swords anymore. I feel like it's only a matter of time before the girl on this card, she turns her head and she looks fully at that Ace of Swords. So the action that they're most likely going to take towards you next, Cancer, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the World card. Interesting combination, because we've got earth and air energy here, and this Queen of Swords is someone who is very insightful. She has almost like a high priestess quality about her. She has a knowledge of what is going to happen. And this Queen of Pentacles, like before it happens kind of thing, she has this foresight, and she knows things that that other people don't expect her to know. The Queen of Pentacles is this very, well, the Queen of Pentacles is like the wife of material of the Queens of the Tarot. She's like, you know, someone to settle down with. She is the long-term commitment partner of the Queens. You know, she's one of the most beautiful elements of the Empress. So it's like, again, I'm getting a sense of a research that this person's doing, and it's like that they are going to be finding out everything that they need to know to like have the foresight to be 100% sure that you, Cancer, are their Queen of Pentacles, effectively, that is who you are to them, and that then they are ready to start a whole new chapter with you. It's a little bit of this person really needing to be 100% sure and feel like they have that future completely mapped out. They know everything they need to know about you, without you even knowing, is kind of what I'm getting. And for them to, but in term, because this is the action they're going to take, I feel like this is what's going to happen. They're going to reach a point where they have absolutely no doubt. They have a strong confidence and a strong self-assurance of their knowledge that you are the one to settle down with. I just want to get a little bit of clarity for you. What does that mean in terms of the action that they are going to take towards Cancer next, please? What does that mean in terms of the action they're going to take towards Cancer next? If anything, if there's any action. Page of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. I mean, no, guys, I have to be honest. I don't think you're going to see much action in yet, because they're still, that's exactly what I said, that they are like researching the hell out of you at every angle before they make their move to have this new beginning. They're like, it's just like they're gonna, it's not even completely about you. It's like going triple checking. This person could be fastidious and extremely conscientious in whatever job they do, and they need to like check every single corner of themselves, dot every I, cross every T, to know that this is before they take action. Yeah, the Emperor just tried to flip. King of Swords. Yeah, before they speak their truth, to kind of, it's like, if I'm going to question my belief, or I'm going to question my worldview, I am going to question every last thing so thoroughly before I take any action, before I start down this new chapter with Cancer. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. There, and there's the Emperor. And the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, essentially this person, Cancer, is still going to hold back until they have absolute certainty on the action, which it's different strokes for different folks, yeah. But for me, it's a little bit like, well, you're never going to know 1,000%. Like, you can do all the research you like. There can still be the element of the unexpected. There can still be twists of fate. You can't know everything before it happens, but this is this person's goal. I feel like there's that Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this person is really thorough and very serious, and they want to know everything before they start to properly put work into this. It's a little bit of a control freak energy, I'm not gonna lie, but they must have their reasons. But yeah, that's confirming. Yeah, it was kind of what I was getting from those three cards. So finally, Cancer, what's going to be happening between you and this person going forward? From when you see this reading, I would normally say like the next month, next 30 days, but there's no time in tarot. Some of you could be moving faster or slower. So just going forward, what's going to be happening is, and it does make sense after that, is the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords, and the Strength card. So funny that the Strength card has come out, because it's picturing the lion with the thorn in its paw that has been there for a very long time, and it's actually the Empress who's healing that. And I can't remember at what point in this reading I was saying about this. It's like this Emperor has had, it was definitely before this layer came out, but it was like I was saying, it's like a lion who's had a thorn in his paw from the past and didn't even know it was there, and has been walking the whole time on that thorny paw, and then that card has come out. So basically what's going to be happening is, as far as you're concerned, I'm sorry to say this, Cancer, for a little bit longer it could feel like a whole lot of nothing, but what you don't know is how much is going on your person's side. Hopefully this reading will have given you some insight, because it's the Hanged Man is seeing things differently. It's a lot of healing. This person could now be realizing there could be things that they thought that they healed from in the past that they actually hadn't, that was causing still a hang up for them. no pun intended. That they didn't even realize that they have been actually walking around on a with a thorn stuck in their proverbial paw without even realizing. This Four of Swords, you see this little rabbit is taking a rest, but in the middle of the Four Swords, like it wasn't, their healing wasn't done, and they didn't realize, but they're having this moment of seeing things differently, of realizing they do still have some healing to do. I do think, because the Empress, as I mentioned, that she's here on the Strength card, I do think they could be realizing this because of you, and also seeing the potential of what the kind of the balance that you could bring to their life, because they seem to be very much in their Emperor energy, and they have been for a very long time, like very strongly in their masculine energy, but they might have been closing out the kind of, everyone has divine masculine and divine feminine energies within them, but it's like they might have been closing out their divine feminine energy for some time. So what's going to be happening, I'm afraid it seems that things are still going to be in limbo as far as you're concerned, that you might not see much action, and I have to be honest with you about that. But what you don't know is actually progress is being made. This healing is essential, because if this healing doesn't happen, nothing's going to happen between you guys. So we could see some forward movement in your next reading, or going like after this. Right now, this is a time this person is taking, but rest assured they're doing a lot. It's just that you're not necessarily seeing it manifesting in like a tangible way that you can put your finger on right now, but a lot is going on under the surface, a lot to do with healing and seeing things differently, which is going to actually enable them to get out of their own way and to really embrace what could be with you guys. You're seeing all that potential. Whatever the healing they're doing now is going to allow them, I think, to see the potential fully with you as well. And just to reiterate, they love the pants off you. That's by the by, for some reason. Anyway, that's what I've got for you this time, Cancer. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful for someone out there. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button for me. It just takes a second if you haven't already. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you'll know when the next time I put up a reading. Thank you so much for all your support. I wish you all my best, my lovely Cancers. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.